In today's video, setting your intentions, 3 reasons educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning professional learning. Hello, coaches! Welcome back to another 5-Minute Friday. My name is Kim, and I am the Premium Mentor for the Coach Microcredential from Eduro Learning. I'm also the CEO of Eduro Learning, and professional learning is totally my passion. So I am super excited to talk to you today about setting your intentions and 3 reasons why educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning their professional learning. Might seem a little bit weird to start talking about this right at the beginning of the summer holidays when we've had an extremely stressful semester, and most of us probably just want to take a mental break. However, looking ahead to next academic year, we know that things might be a little bit different. So taking some time during the summer to really think about your professional learning and how you might want to grow as an educator over the next academic year is probably a good use of your time. We ask students all the time to take ownership of their learning. This is an opportunity for us to model that in a real-world context. It's an even better opportunity for us to continue modeling a growth mindset, being vulnerable, assessing our strengths and weaknesses as adults, as educators, as professionals, not only for our students, but also for the others in our lives around us, whether it's our colleagues or our families or our friends. So today, I'm sharing those 3 reasons that educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning PD. And the first reason is to practice being self-aware. Sometimes as educators, we choose professional learning based on what's available rather than what we actually need. Maybe our friends are going to this conference or a colleague is attending this workshop, so we just kind of tag along. Instead of having that availability mindset, we maybe can think about what we actually need and then seek out professional learning opportunities that meet those needs. And we know that next semester and next academic year is probably going to look pretty different in terms of professional learning. So identifying those intentional areas of growth that are really meaningful for us is going to be even more important than ever. And now, with online learning being so available, the sky is basically the limit for what we can take in terms of professional learning. So really being able to identify our areas of potential growth along with our areas of strength is essential for us to choose the right learning opportunity. And when you're intentional about choosing professional learning, you can think about not just the content you're looking to learn, but the format and the environment in which you prefer to learn. As the CEO of Eduro Learning, we have been facilitating online learning environments for over 15 years, from our Coattail program to the Coach Microcredential to our online courses to all the communities that we create in digital spaces. And community and connection is at the core of what we do. We've always facilitated online learning, so we do it really well. When you're setting your intentions and knowing what you need and how you like to learn, consider that format as you're finding the right learning opportunity for you. You might want to consider how long this experience has been offered in an online learning format. That might help you identify how well that organization is able to create community and connection and collaboration in digital spaces. The second reason that educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning PD is to identify the trajectory of your career. If people have asked you, where do you want to be in 3 or 5 or 4 years, and you can't answer that question or you're not really sure, you need to own your journey. What is your path? Over the last few weeks, I have been having some amazing conversations with school leaders from around the world for a new project that we're working on to empower female leaders. A huge takeaway about those conversations has been the importance of owning your journey and recognizing that there are key skills in being a leader that maybe they could have learned during their time in the classroom. There are skills that you can be learning right now to help you take that next step in your career. And if you aren't thinking about that pathway, you might not be identifying those skills as opportunities for learning. If you are a person who is interested in moving into a leadership role, not only will you love this new project that's coming out, but there are so many essential skills that you can and should learn while you're still in the classroom. Now is the time to take those opportunities to practice those skills, to find a mentor, and take some risks to figure out exactly what it is that you need to add to your toolkit as you're moving along that path to leadership. As educators, we can take control of our own journey by identifying our strengths and areas for growth. and then allow the professional learning opportunities that we have to help us move in the direction we want to go. The third reason that educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning PD is because learning is better when you do it together. And you can't really collaborate or connect with another colleague who might be doing a similar PD unless you know what you plan to do. So if you can identify the path that you want to walk, it might be that there's someone else in your sphere, whether it's in your immediate school setting or maybe broader, because now you're connected with educators around the globe. You might have an opportunity to learn together. And that makes learning so much more fun and more dynamic and engaging for you. The key is you need to know what you're planning to do and where you're planning to go to find that collaborator, that partner in learning that might help make your journey even more engaging. Knowing your path is a great opportunity to connect with your peers. You might never have realized that another colleague is doing the same kind of PD as you or interested in doing the same kind of PD as you, but knowing what you want to do helps you find those connections. And of course, if you know you're going to be learning in a group, there are opportunities to get discounts, so you can even save money. For example, all of our courses at Eduro Learning, if you take them in a group, we'll offer you a group discount. And in addition to getting a discount, we know that learning together is even better than learning alone, and connection and community is built into all of our courses. So finding a learning opportunity that makes connection and community a foundational part of that experience is something you might be looking for in your professional learning intentions for the year. All right, those were our 3 reasons educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning professional learning. The first is to practice being self-aware. The second is to recognize and plan the trajectory of your career and find your path. And then the third is because learning is better when you do it together. So know what you're going to do so you can find a buddy to learn with them. If any of these 3 reasons why educators need to be intentional when it comes to planning PD resonated with you, please check out our free workbook. I will link it in the description box below. It's a great opportunity to talk through with a colleague or a friend or a family member about your own professional growth for this summer and beyond. And speaking of this summer, if you're interested in taking advantage of some professional learning opportunities over this summer break, we've got a great selection for you. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it right now. In the past few weeks, we have received multiple requests for great recommendations for summer learning. Whether you're looking for a deep dive experience to bring to your PLC or a short and sweet sample of PD to enjoy, we have a menu that offers you a range of options. We've customized our menu based on feedback from our community. I mention this because I want you to continue to reach out to us and let us know if we're meeting your needs. I hope this menu range entices and inspires you and your community. We are cooking up selections that speak to the challenges of our times. Our professional learning options allow your team the opportunity to consider ways of co-constructing synchronous and asynchronous learning for your parents, students, and teacher cohorts. If you are planning professional learning opportunities for a team and you'd like to arrange for a longer conversation with our team, we're happy to help you map out a summer of learning that looks at the exact needs for your context. If you're ready to jump into the selection that we have on offer, check out our Summer of Self-Care for Relentless Learners. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Thanks for joining us for today's 5 Minute Friday, and we'll see you next week.